I'd have to say, speaking in, well, my target language was Italian, and the final, I guess, was to speak in Italian for 10 minutes. And even the day before, I didn't think I would be able to do it for 10 minutes. It just seemed like such a long time, like 10 minutes, you know?
Yeah,
But no, when I was doing my the 10 minutes, I mean the alarm went off and I was like, I thought they were kidding. I didn't even realize that 10 minutes had passed already. So I would have to say that's, I mean, I was really shocked. I just didn't think it was 10 minutes. And so yeah, I'd have to say that's probably the best thing that came out of the adventure for me. Because to me it was so important to me because I'm actually moving to Italy in the next few months. Living there for 4 months last year. I mean, that was probably the most beautiful 4 months of my life, and back for good. I'm gonna live there.
yeah,
So it's definitely really important to me to be able to communicate with everyone because I'll be speaking with people who don't speak any English. Another thing you can't really quantify, just feeling confident if somebody walks up to me and, started talking in Italian, I'd be fully confident and be able to respond to them or at least understand them,
yeah,
without any frustration or worrying that, that won't be able to communicate. Besides the 10 minutes, I would say that's probably the second biggest thing I got out of the adventure is to take the pressure off of myself
yeah,
and not judge myself if I'm not, I'm not perfect or like I said, I don't know the right conjugation or I don't know the word or whatever it is. The journey, I mean, we're all on a different, on the same destination, but the journey is different for all of us. But I mean, I told my teacher, I said, when I get married, you're invited. I
yeah,
said, I mean, it just, because opening it, because to me, I'm so closed off. I mean, I have this stoic look on my face 99% of the time. And people are like, man, I'm not saying anything to that guy. And it's just, be able to open up with her and talk about, like I said, things that you're vulnerable about, things from my past. And then the encouragement because Andre was, my language companion as well. And I mean, they both were just wonderful. They made this experience worthwhile for me. So yeah, it was just, yeah, just seeing it. We're all in, and like I said, besides, like I said, the actual studying or the work, like you want to call it, just having that person to encourage you, because you might, again, being an athlete, I might think, man, I'm not doing very well. Or somebody to come in and say, you are doing very well. Okay, you just don't, you're too hard on yourself. Okay.
yeah,
And that's what I take away from this call that, everybody needed that same encouragement because I mean, you can do it on your own, but when you have someone guiding you and encouraging you, it's almost like having, great siblings, great parents, on a journey. Just imagine when you were doing something, if your dad or mom were sitting there going, hey, you're doing fantastic. Even if you're 50 years old, they're still patting you on the back. Keep going.
yeah,
And that's how I felt, that hey, I had, like hey, my friends, my siblings, my parents there with me. Hey, keep going, Joe. You're gonna cross the finish line. Keep going. So that's what I
yeah.
took from this call that everyone else is kind of going through that same thing, and it's a good experience for everybody.